All right, Andrew Ceruzzi. I went to Einstein, so there's some Maryland flavor here at Hopkins. So I guess, first thing, what's the difference between, running here at Hopkins and running in high school? Einstein, you guys have always been a decent team, but what are the major differences between college and high school?
As soon as I got to Hopkins, everything obviously got way more competitive, joining a college team that's at such a high level as this program. There was 20 other guys who were already faster than me, and I had tons of training partners. Einstein, we had a very good team as well. Sometimes I was training alone, sometimes I was training with my coach and with my teammates, but definitely the competition went way up, getting here at college.
Okay. So why don't you guys talk or not guys, why don't you just talk about the season? I know you guys have high expectations, so what are you looking to do as a team? Certainly, it sounds like Nationals is the big goal, but also individually, what are you looking to do?
Nationals is a big goal for us, but we also just want to have a lot of fun this year and stay really close as a guys team and really just carry our momentum through the season and see how far we can go. We're not trying to put too much pressure on ourselves or anything. Just have fun and do our best at Nationals. And I think if we can put that together, the sky's the limit for us, and we'll see what happens come November. Individually, I want to be a huge contributor to that. I want to finish very high, much higher than I did last year at Nationals. I don't want to put a label on it yet because I haven't even raced yet this year.
Right.
But as things progress and as I get a couple races under my belt, I think I'll be able to better judge my individual goals.
Okay. So what did you do this summer for training, and how did this summer compare to the summers in the past? Do you feel more prepared, more in shape?
So this summer I did just about the same amount of training I did the summer before, and I was really happy with how I progressed last year through cross country and especially the track season. And I really didn't want to overdo anything. Going into my senior year, my biggest focus was stay healthy and stay consistent. Me and my roommate Austin trained very well and very consistently this summer, putting in by the end 70, 75 miles a week. Nothing crazy, just very consistent,
Right.
very controlled.
So how does your season typically progress? I know the focus is to peak towards postseason conferences and regionals, but how do you guys structure the season? Do you do a lot of tempos early on, or you just go straight into workouts, or is that more a focus later in the season?
We are starting right now with some good tempo workouts, and we'll get into harder stuff, hitting interval training more towards the middle of the season. Progression-wise, we go to a lot of really good meets, but we definitely try not to over-race and keep the focus on the postseason because that really is the most important part.
Okay. And what do you like most about cross-country, whether it's a team, some workouts, just the style of racing different than track or whatever?
I love the team aspect. When we're going on these travel trips and we're taking 10 guys we're going to Boston this year. It's so fun. All the guys bond so well, and we solidify these friendships and these bonds and really work well together as a team.
Mm-hmm.
And cross country is like no other sport in that way. It's really fun to sacrifice yourself for your teammates.
Right. And I guess in particular for regionals, what's it like being on the line? Like, you guys have to perform well that day to go to nationals, and you guys ran pretty well there last year. So what's it like going through the race and not necessarily having to run a time, but having to perform at your best there?
It's definitely, there's definitely pressure, but I think the biggest thing we try and do is try and just have fun and be confident. That's a big thing that we have here, is we ride with a lot of confidence, and we all believe in ourselves. And I believe that's one of the most important things to help you get through those big, high-pressure races like regionals and nationals, is just having a lot of belief in yourself and your teammates, and knowing that when you're out there suffering through mile 3 of an AK, I know that I have 6 other guys right there with me, and they're all putting themselves on the line.
Okay. I guess you said suffering through mile 3, but what's the hardest part of a cross-country race? Is it the first 5-10 minutes, or is it towards the middle, or maybe towards the end when you're pretty tired?
It's hard to say, and it might depend on the course.
Yeah.
But it's a whole body effort, and late in the race, definitely, I think getting past the 5K point is a big part of where you start to think, well, this race still has a lot to go, but it's hard to pinpoint exactly where it's hardest.